Hello everybody and welcome back to more Dragon Age Origins. So we just defeated Cothrian and her little posse. Going back to Eamon's place, I guess. And hopefully Anora's there so I can slap her in the face, because that's what she deserves. Ah. Hey, where did the crowd go? Just magically disappeared. Alright, let's go back to the Earl of Redcliffe's estate. Sweet. Now where is that betraying little bitch? She is in so much trouble. You don't even know.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Indeed. After your rather alarming lack of subtlety, I feared the worst for you.
Fuck you!
I prayed for your safe return.
That's so sweet. It almost makes me want to kill you less.
Well, what did you expect me to do? You announced me to my father's most trusted lackey. Did the purpose of my disguise entirely
Your
escape you?
disguise was
I
retarded.
barely managed to slip away from her when we reached the palace. I am hoping that, despite our unfortunate beginning, we can still work together. Will you hear me out?
I'm not sure what she expected at that point, because either she backs me up or I have to go to jail or fight. You know, there's no... I don't know. At least if she backed me up, there could have been an option of talking to Sir Cothrian. You know? Because then at least Sir Cothrian would pause for a moment and be like, wow, Anora, what are you doing? You know? Like, come on. I'm so not on board with her train of thought. And your disguise was retarded, once again. Ugh. All I want is information on how to defeat Loghain.
You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Howe and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Anora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Howe's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet, but you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
And what of Alistair?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Anora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Great. A chat with you is just what I want.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Anora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
Why do you think she's trouble?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
Sure. But aren't we planning to depose her?
Honora was a capable administrator for Caelan's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
I don't know. I don't want to say anything on
We certainly have a
that.
great deal to plan.
What do you think he's doing in the alienage?
Maker knows what that man is capable of now.
Alright.
Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
Indeed. Alright, so how about we talk to Alistair about all this?
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. What do you
said
need?
that last time.
Ask away.
Really? I can't talk to him about all this?
Warden, let me know if there's any assistance I can give.
Okay. Apparently I can't say anything to him anymore. Riordan, who?
I'm glad you made it
Oh,
safely
it's
away.
you!
I hear Howe's death has already brought no small amount of cheer to the city.
What are your plans now?
When I'm well enough, I'm going to continue my journey toward Ostagar. Hopefully I'll be able to trace the heart of the Blight and where the Archdemon itself abides. If we want to defeat this Archdemon, we need to know where it is and how soon it might strike.
You're going alone? Shouldn't I go with you?
If there were more of us, I would agree. But as it is, I don't think we can deprive all the armies you've gathered of a commander.
Sure enough.
Good luck to you, then.
That was locked. Where is this Anora? This is... Hey, there's a book that I missed last time. If I can click on it. Yes? Oh, right here.
I'll get on it.
Where's Anora? Can't believe she has an orange name. Like, is she skilled in combat?
My lady, she will be forever grateful, Warden.
Yeah, she better be.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. I realize that my actions at Howe's estate may not have painted me in the best light. For that, I apologize and hope that we can start again. First, let me say that I knew your family. Eleanor, in particular, was dear to me, and what Howe did was unforgivable. How fitting he died at your hands. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
Why should I support you?
For years, I have ruled this kingdom as Caelan's queen. As much as they loved Caelan, all of the Banon knew this to be so. Caelan was a good man, but what is needed now is not another good man, but a good ruler. I sent Alina here not solely because I thought I needed help, but because I saw an opportunity for us both. I need your support, Warden, and you will need mine.
Are you proposing an alliance?
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
I don't know. I don't want to, like, speak for Alistair. Like, why would I be running around, you know, trying to arrange a marriage for Alistair? I cannot believe the game does not give me an option to talk to him about this stuff right now. Like, what the heck? What does that even mean? I don't even know. What am I asking for what am I asking for there? Alright, but what happens to Loghain if you are queen?
He is my father, as well as a great general, who has served his nation well until now. If there is a way for him to live, I would prefer it.
Justice must be done, don't you think?
I will always be my father's daughter, but even I know he must pay for his crimes. It will not make me glad, even so. Does that affect your decision? Can we yet come to an arrangement?
Fuck, I can't be like, hold on a moment, Honora, let me go talk to other people first. Ugh. Not that Alistair has anything to say to me, apparently. You think you're a better candidate than Alistair? Well, I'm just gonna ask her that even though I already know the answer.
Do you disagree? You are a fellow Grey Warden. What do you think of Alistair's potential to rule? Never mind his willingness.
We all do things we have to, sometimes.
Indeed. I am also doing what I must for the good of my country. Alistair seems like a kind, well-meaning man, and biddable enough. These are admirable qualities, if not kingly ones. He also seems to be a fine Grey Warden, which is exactly why he should remain one and serve the kingdom by defeating the Darkspawn.
Just how do you know so much about him?
Cailan knew of Alistair. It was Arl Eamon that kept Alistair out of the courts, as Merrick had desired. Oh, there are some who would follow Alistair out of respect for his Therin blood. The others would see this as Eamon grabbing for power. Who else do you think Alistair would turn to for help? Eventually, the nobility would return to the old days of constant warring with each other. Alistair's weakness would destroy everything Merrick built.
You don't seem to like Alistair much.
My feelings towards Alistair have nothing to do with it. I barely know him.
Oh, so now
I
you
simply
barely know
believe that
him.
I am what this country needs.
But you know he's
I
not
will
what the
fight
country
for
needs.
what I believe. Would Alistair do the same? What say you then? Your support for mine in the Landsmeet?
You know what? Alistair would... He would do whatever it takes for the country too, bitch. Just saying, you don't know him. Alright, he's gonna be so pissed off. She's probably gonna be pissed off, but I'm gonna suggest this.
Ignoring that the man looks so much like Cailan, my recently dead husband, if you'll recall, my main fear is that he might govern like Cailan as well. But it is true that Alistair has Therin blood. To some, this is more important even than practical considerations. A union might be considered a compromise, but is this something Alistair even desires?
I don't know. I think I could convince him.
Let me say this. If Alistair is willing to stand back and allow me to continue governing the nation, then I would be willing to have him as my king.
My,
It is
my.
my understanding that governing does not appeal to him anyhow. If that is so, this is a compromise I can live with.
You realize when you marry a man, you're supposed to, like, live with him. I will speak to him.
Do so. I will be interested to hear what he has to say.
But that's not how it has to be after they marry, you know? Just because you say something now doesn't mean it has to hold forever. I know, that's what's called a lie, but, you know, lying to Honora? Who cares?
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. Did anyone mention this wasn't my idea?
She knows that, thank
I think
you.
she's a great queen. As far as I'm concerned, she's welcome to it.
You still don't want to be king?
I'm not a political man. I like being a warden. There's real evil out there, and it's something we can fight. It's something we can defeat. Making laws, settling disputes, that's not me. I wouldn't have the first idea how to do it. What do you think I should do? Go ahead and be king, just to let it happen?
You know, when you hear it like that from the man himself, I can really sympathize with him being pressured on all sides to be something that he's not, and him just wanting to be left alone to be who he is. So, you know what? You should do what you want to do.
I suppose I could always flip a coin. Got one handy. It's just that everything I've heard about Queen Anora is that she's the one who really ruled here, not Cailan. She's smart, tough, determined. Well, I feel a bit like Cailan's substitute. I think I'll be better off against the Darkspawn. All right, Alistair, enough whining. Thank you, Alistair. That's excellent advice. I'll do my best.
Alright, you know what? Alistair, I'll let you be you. I really sympathize with you. I'll let you be you.
About the whining? I know. Someone really needs to slap that one around.
Wait, what? What just happened? I was agreeing as in, like, you be you. That's an... Clearly I didn't understand his little joke.
So, I just saw Anora not long ago.
How could you have?
Strange
I was
story.
sitting here the whole time.
She gave me the strangest look. Like she was sizing up whether the cow was ready for slaughter. I asked her why. You know what she said? It would be like marrying his twin. I misheard that, right? Tell me I misheard.
You heard right.
Marry her? As in marriage? As in be her husband? You've spoken to her about this? You did, didn't you? Why would you do that? Did you take a blow to the head? That's crazy.
Oh my god. This is not how I imagined the conversation to go at all. I still kind of want him to be him. I thought the other conversation... I thought the other conversation was where I was telling him not to marry... Oh my god. Perhaps I will tell her no then.
Good. Ah, I like that idea much better, much better. Marrying Cailan's widow. How could she even... No, never mind. I'm going to not think about it now.
Well, Eamon's gonna be pretty pissed off about that, though. Because I'm going to be supporting Anora? I guess? Hi, Anora.
Well, have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be reduced to passing notes?
He sent his regrets.
Oh, that's a shame. But hardly unexpected, really. Consider it forgotten. Now, as for the alliance we were discussing.
What is this? I'm really curious about what this is, so I'm gonna click it.
Once I am queen, I will be in a position to grant you whatever you wish. And I shall. This is in addition to Highever being properly restored to you. That should go without saying, I trust. Alistair might promise you the same, I suppose. But I would ask which is better. The gratitude of a weak king.
Stop
or
calling
of a
Alistair
strong
weak.
queen.
Stop being a
And
bitch.
even if it is not for you, think of what I could do for the Grey Wardens. Think of what I could do for your companions. I trust I have made my point.
Alright, you have my support. Even though I hate your freaking guts. But, you know what? Alistair doesn't want to do it, and I gotta respect that. He doesn't want to be this person, and, you know,
That is
it's not
good
what
to
he
hear.
wants.
So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me?
Do you need anything?
No. And while I know your concern is hardly disinterested, still, thank you.
What the fuck does that mean? Okay. Wait, let me talk to her again. She clearly had something on her mind.
You return. Is there something you wish to discuss? I still do not.
Okay.
You return. Ask me whatever you like.
Yeah.
Well, he was once a farmer when he was a boy, if you can believe it. I never could myself. He's useless with plants, for one thing. I remember my mother once asking his help with a sick rose vine. My mother oversaw the rose gardens personally. He touched it. No more than that. And it shed half its leaves like a dog with mange. She never asked for him to help with her roses again. He bought her another one, though. He carried it back from Denerim with the branches overflowing his saddlebag. Despite the thorns tearing him bloody, he wouldn't let anyone else take it. He wanted to be the one to present it to her. My father has his faults, Warden, but he is far from common.
Is he truly beyond reason?
I hope not, but I fear it is so, yes.
Did he plan overthrowing Kaelin before Ostagar?
I'm not sure. I had no inkling of my father's plans until Kaelin was already dead. I would like to think that my father planned for the worst, but did not truly decide that Kaelin was a lost cause until that moment in Ostagar. The alternative is difficult to imagine.
And why would he ever have trusted Arl Howe?
Trust would perhaps be putting it too strongly. My father knew what Howe was, and while I despised the man, I knew that father relied on his political mind. I expect my father thought himself above being influenced by the snake. Truly, I wonder how many of these acts stemmed from Howe and not my father at all. We may never know.
Why doesn't Loghain back down?
Because he believes he is right, Warden. He thinks he is the only one who can see Ferelden out of its current crisis, even if it is one he helped engineer. My father is capable of remarkable blindness, but it stems from his love of Ferelden. That is the saddest part of all, I think.
Interesting.
Ask me whatever you like.
Does it make you uncomfortable siding against your father?
Of course it does. Do you think me heartless? But how much
Yes.
worse would I be to calmly stay at the side of a man who murdered my husband?
I met with Kaelin on Ostagar. He was a good man.
He was, and far happier in the field than in the throne room. He was reckless, impetuous, and charming. Had he not been king, he would have made a dashing rogue for a band of players. We were a good pairing. He would not have wanted the burden of ruling any more than I would have liked remaining the silent wife in my husband's shadow.
Sorry for your loss.
It was more than just my own loss, but I thank you all the same. Ask me whatever you like.
What do you think will happen after the lands meet?
Do you want me to try my luck at fortune-telling? There was an old woman who read palms in the village of Gwarren when I was a child. She told me that I would have 10 children and be bald as a winter heath when I grew up. I can't say I put much faith in foretelling. What will happen depends much on you, Warden. But you certainly knew that already.
I was just asking your opinion.
Then I wish you luck, Warden.
Alright, that was a lot of talking, but unfortunately I do have to cut off the video here, so I'll see you guys next time.